We talked about Awakening sometime in the not too distant past. Awakening and Miracle Pursuit on level 95. So as soon as you get to level 95, your commanders and champions can be awakened. And that Miracle Pursuit gives you a lot of extra combination value that you can start planning for upfront in advance. And as awakenings of new units get enabled, you will have an increased number of combinations. I'm gonna show you my EU256 account. So, in this specific account, I have quite a lot of awakenings. So, Sun Crusader was never awakened because of the reason that there is no option to do so. Unfortunately, Arcane Archer Awakening is not there yet at the time of recording. Now, it may happen that by the time you watch this video, you will see the Awakening option enabled, and in that case, go for it. Primal Titan, like Divine Heralds, don't have Awakenings. However, Sister has Miracle Pursuit, Arcane Eagle has Miracle Pursuit. And Judicator has Miracle Pursuit too. Now, before that, I will just enable this level 4 currency. That's also important. So, Judicator, Arcane Eagle, as well as Sister. As soon as Arcane Archer Awakening is gonna be there, you will not need Arcane Eagle together with Arcane Archer on the battlefield anymore for synergy, because Arcane Archer will be able to do everything herself alone. This implies that you can ditch the Arcane Eagle. In fact, you can inlay the Arcane Eagle into the Arcane Archer, even though Arcane Eagle has some inlaid units themselves. And this implies in turn that the Gorgon can come from my backup formation to the main formation, because I won't need to host the Arcane Eagle instead. So this is some combinatoric like planning ahead. The Judicator is already in the backup formation. She can be an amazing inlaid unit. Now let's see this inlaying. In this specific case, if you go to Miracle Pursuit, and by the way, I understand I have horrible emblems for this unit, I just didn't have anything better. Where is the... at the time of setting these, but now I do, so I may just change this. Fine, so Miracle Pursuit. Every second Genesis level, and here you can basically click down. Genesis 6, 5. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, Genesis 6. You can click on Genesis 6 or Genesis 4, 3, 2, 1, whichever. You can reset too, but don't do it. Doesn't make any sense. So here, if you click on the appoint, appointing implies that you can appoint other units to get inlaid into the Arcane Eagle. And I haven't done the appointing, by the way, it seems to me. So for example here, actually I did, this Naga is for example in the Arcane Eagle. When you appoint a Naga, or any unit for that matter, it's gonna be locked. You won't be able to use the unit in the battlefield unless it works badly. And you need fully awakened units for appointing. So you appoint the Naga into the Arcane Eagle, or you appoint this one, and then what do you get? Extra unit damage reduction, extra unit damage, air attack, fire defense, for example, in this specific case. So damage reduction is what you're going for. And then in the second one, the only unit, so here it's the same faction, or same union to be exact. So it's, you can have, for this is a tower unit, so you can have tower and castle for the appointed unit. Same union. For the second one, you have same class, which means that you need a charging unit fully awakened. 6-star. Fully awakened. Star Soul Awakening gives you extra bonus. Here it's healing 6%, critical damage 6%, whatever else. Water attack, water defense. For the third one, you need SSR or Champion or Commander or Divine Herald. And this is the surprising thing. In the previous video, when I couldn't show you this form, I thought that only awakened units can be inlaid. This is actually not true. None of these are awakened, yet they can be inlaid. So essentially, I can inlay a Divine Herald Meteoric Gorgon into the Arcane Eagle. Does it make sense? Like, hardly ever, because I would even prefer it in the backup formation, but I could actually do it. I could do the same with any of these. Commander, Champion, Divine Herald, SSR. And if these are awakened units, with inlaid units in them themselves, actually there is no recursive combination, because the sister is already 6-star awakened, and she's not showing up, so you cannot do recursive inlaying. It doesn't work like this, unfortunately. I thought it does, but I'm learning to. So it doesn't. And then you can choose between these units to inlay. Now, unfortunately, this is in my main formation, like all of them, so I cannot choose any. So SSR, Champion, Commander, Divine Herald. I will need a bit more of these units for inlaying purposes. As soon as I have a 6-star, you can basically farm a random champion and inlay it. So that's how it works. Let's see Sister. So Sister didn't show up in the other Genesis appointing part, but this time. That's why I got the Wyvern to inlay, with no awakening, of course. Block, critical, hit, fire attack, earth attack. Well, air defense, they help. They are not the top of the top. You see that if I got, let's say, this unit, we are not getting some of these skills. So it's interesting that the Wyvern had the highest value. That's why you have the Wyvern. And Polyphemus, by the way, same thing. And here I have the only unit with synergy class and fully awakened. And here I could have two choices, you see. That's why I don't have this unit right here. So that's the second part for a 6-star awakened. And I also have a Judicator, by the way, called Divine Punisher this time. And if you go to Genesis +6, you won't be able to see this, but Genesis +5, fine. You will need to go down to Genesis +4 with a down swipe. And then the appoint. Here you see that I didn't have enough units to appoint. Sure, I have the Angel and the Pikeman as well here, but I don't have any more caster units, unfortunately. Let alone the Genesis +6. However, if I wanted to, I could get a Genesis +6. How do I do this? First of all, I check if I have any other commanders that are still worth leveling up. For example, this one. So I might focus on the Dragon Golem instead. And second, more importantly, you go Miracle Pursuit, Dismantle, and whichever units you won't need anymore, you just sacrifice in exchange for this Renewal Star Key. You need like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 for the different levels. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th level respectively. And just for the first level you complete the Awakening missions. So sure enough, you do this, you get 100 keys, you get 10 Star Soul crystals, and then you activate, and then you find a unit to inlay. By the time you collect these resources, what's advised in general is that you have the unit prepared that you want to inlay, which gives you another 500 to 600 other extra commander tokens. Because then you might, out of the 10 commanders, you might just create another commander that you don't want, 6-star them and just do the rest. Now, still take care of the inlaid units. So if you scroll all the way to the right, That's when we go to uncharted territory. You see that I currently have 8 inlaid units, and for example, this angel, I could make the angel red, rank up the weapons if I wanted to the very last star, and just generally develop the unit for higher stats. Star Soul Awaken, 6 star, all these things, plus the red +4. So don't neglect these units fully, neither the Wyvern, neither others. Even if they are weak and they are not used anywhere, neglecting them doesn't make any sense. So sometimes be on top of developing these units. You can give them some emblems that you don't want, whatever. I don't really mind. Here is an emblem, there you go. Doesn't even matter which one. And then potential, that's another question. I used to experiment with potential, but the thing is that I would prefer the tokens for Arcana or for the main units for now. So you do all these things with these units so that they become better inlay potential. Let's suppose that I wanted to inlay something in the Judicator. So regarding the Judicator, here is the Judicator. You can you need a unit that is a caster. So then you filter class and caster, and then we check out which unit to prepare. I would recommend the Titan, and here I almost 5-star the Titan. You know, you can go to the barracks to buy more Titans at any time, even with a faster purchase option. And you might have some SSR tokens as well laying around, which I might have. SSR, there you go, 169 Titan. Or Giant, whatever that's called. So, Giant. Yes, I have 9 hero armors. I cannot even go to +5 with 9 hero armors. That's why I'm waiting for Widowminer, just in case they increase the number from 2 to 9, just like last time. Who knows? All these things that I'm preparing. 19 prestigious chest stage. And I haven't even chosen the 3.5 generation hero. So this is the thing, that's my inventory. I know my inventory is crazy, but what can I do? So SSR units got converted. I will talk about the champion tokens too. So we go to the Giant. Here is the, or Titan, whatever it's called. Rank up. 168. And then quick activation. We're gonna get to 6-star relatively soon with this. It's a matter of days. And the Awakening, you see that right now it's 4-star Awakened, but we have the Soul, so now it's 5-star Awakened. And I need one more Awakening once we get the tokens. Star Soul Awakening, same thing. I haven't even started it, but it's not necessary for inlaying. And then you can choose between using the tokens or the souls. Now, I would use the souls on any day. So we need, I think, 40 in total. Simply because I get 5 souls a day, plus the quiet purse. So activate for 10. Amazing. And then activate the 6 of these. So we're just preparing in advance. Good. And then we go to the 2nd star. And the 2nd star you need exclusive weapon level 40 and Duel of Champions win once. So exclusive level 40, it's easy because you can, well, you need time. So you see, even here we need some time to get to level 40, because most likely I will stop at level 36 or something. Oh, it's close. I made it. I didn't even think about it. Anyway, sooner or later we'll need to do this on the Titan. Doesn't matter. And then I'll need to go and complete this mission with the Duel of Champions for the Star Soul. So I will lose the first battle against Chubb. You see this fake thing. Oh, okay, Titan. So I will win this battle against Titan no matter what I do. So I will... How ironic, I use Titan against Titan. Yeah, that's the issue. I don't have anyone to replace. Anyway, I'll just fight this, and then once we have an easier opponent. I mean, Titan is easy enough as an opponent too, but once you have a lot easier opponent, then I'll do it. Because each unit has a merit, so Sister will deal the least amount of damage, but Sister also heals. Okay, maybe I was a bit too cautious, I shouldn't have been. Anyway. 27 seconds. Stats. Yeah, Sister heals, I want to keep her around. Singer of the Dawn heals, but one of them doesn't have to heal. And Arcane Archer maybe. Okay, return. I think I'll replace the Arcane Archer for now. Okay, this is easy no matter what I do. Replace the Arcane Archer with the Titan. Here. 4 tower units, don't forget that. I think I just need to win one battle. For the Star Soul. So sometimes don't forget these things, that this awakening process exists. And if you do this really well, then you will run out of units. Or SR units. Now, I need to continue with the third one. Just to replace the Titan or Giant with the Arcane Archer. Because next time I'll need proper units again. Also, let's see, formation, domain, all 5 domains are active, fine. So, Star Soul Awakening is not mandatory for the inlaying process, but it helps. And then I will have 3 more. Usually I check how far I am, you see? And if I'm overtaken, then I do more. I think here it pays off to do all 6 so that I reach 4000, but not in this video. And then all missions have been completed. And you see I'm a bit short on these Star Souls. That's unfortunate. And I'll get 80, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 80. Because 20 for activation here. And then, oh, it's 48 only. Anyway, I will have enough for the subsequent activation. And then the third one. Exclusive weapon 1 star. We can solve this. Guild Adventure 5 resources. So we go ahead. Exclusive weapon 1 star. 1000 ton. So we go and use our Void Mithril on 1000 ton. Here it is. Giant. 1000 can be redeemed. How ironic. And I got 501,000 tons. And of course sorting changes. You see, I don't know what's going on in Era of Chaos. Like, really. Who implemented this sorting algorithm? Like, how? I just really don't get this. You see? And of course none can be redeemed for now. But this sorting algorithm, I mean, just look at this. You go to the daily bonus, and then 1000, 1200, 500, 750. You click on 500, and then everything changes. Why? Like, what's the point? It's stupid. 750 purchase, fine. 1000 I'll purchase it, fine. And you see it's like all over the place. But by the way, I have a routine as well that is worth noting, that whenever I do this, that's my indication that I have purchased the 1 diamond offer. And on Saturdays, this is a Saturday when I'm recording, I also have an indication of what I purchased. These things, fine. So I don't need to purchase anything else for now. Arcan Hour has been purchased, amazing. So that once I look there, I know that job is done in the store. So now I'm done with the purchasing of the giant weapon, and we'll go and level up the weapon, Awaken. Eventually we'll need 6 stars, so I'll need 1,000 more of these Void Mithrils to reach 6 stars. But I reached 3 stars so far. With the Star Soul mission, 3 stars are sufficient. And then you need to go to the Guild Adventure to collect stuff. So... okay. Whatever. And reciprocate. Fine. So we'll need to collect 5 resources. So what I usually do in this case is I collect my 2 times 100 movement points. And I do a Guild Adventure. Come on, what was this awakening? What did I do badly? Because there was an awakening mission. Campaign. So I need 1 more battle in campaign. That's the other awakening. Fine. So we'll go in the guild. Town. Look at this. I don't think he's online. 19 hours ago. This is why. Okay, if you have this tendency, just pay those 50 diamonds for the 100 extra movement points. I mean, 19 hours, including double rates. Just think about that. Okay, I know what I'll do. So I'll get this. We'll need 5 resources in total. I understand also on my other account, you know, I understand that at times this game is not on top of your priority list anymore. So this is when people start slacking off. I've caught myself do it as well. So this is understandable. This is why if you know that you have this tendency, just buy those extra movement points to earn diamonds. It pays off in a matter of a couple of hours. So this is a self-financing thing mostly, because I got the extra movement points. You see, 470 out of 550, a lot of it was finance. And then I check strong. This is strong too. I don't have much else to do. Okay, so back to the town. I'll do my daily chore. And I check if there is anything worth visiting up here. I'm not seeing the need to do anything, so I will just teleport and sweep. Done. And I'll do the mission. Amazing. Yeah, that's always smart, but not worth the movement points necessarily. Not even this one. So we'll go to the other guild just to see if there is anything worth doing. Here it's not a bad place to be in. but I won't be able to continue this. So I'll go to my normal one, warriors, and get the tokens. And remember, we're here to collect resources. Okay. We'll get the resources, but nothing else really. When you don't have many tokens, that's when you can loot the vampire building. This is all to maximize Arcana ore, basically. Loot the 20 diamonds, it always comes handy. And then I have two options, go up and right, or check what is in here. Strong, strong. Okay, this one is gonna be great. And well, I'll go here, collect all the resources, and then I teleport to the units. And just hope for the best possible resolution with the empty tiles, just in case there is any unit or anything. A strong monster not worth the effort. Still have 200 movement points to spend. So this is my backup option, that I collect tokens down here. All this for Arcana ore, as I said. So this is not part of the Awakening mission, although you need unit tokens for the Awakening mission. And then let's see. Here we have more tokens, here we have more regular stuff. So I may go for the more tokens. Even if it's slightly more tokens. Unfortunately, Nagas are always regular units. Let's see. Units that you need to defeat. So I think I'm done with the Awakening mission. So once I finish the guild adventure, which I will quite soon, then I'll be able to complete that mission. Good. So got these two more tokens. They will come handy. So back to the town. And I forgot that I just needed 70 movement points, not 80, but I couldn't have done anything anyway. Only 3 people are in the middle city. Wake up, rest of the team. You'll need to do something. Now. Good. Then let's go back to the units. Giant. And Awakening. Or no, Star Soul Awakening. The 3rd star missions have been completed. I will just get a couple from Soulstones as usual. Activate. And then you go through the 6, so we need 60 more. I know it's a scarce resource, but it used to be scarce like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, not today. But anyway, if you believe it, so be it. And then we'll stop with the 4th star because... oh no, actually we don't have to. It's just 6 campaign battles. With 4 tower units. This is easy to complete. And by the way, if I wanted to get Titan Soul units, I'll just go to the inventory, R, champion tokens, SR, SSR, there you go. Now I have a bit more. I get 5 every day. And then if it's not enough, I'm sure I have some quiet purse, another 189. For another 189 Titan Souls. Oh, and the Tarot, once I decide on my second union, I'll go nuts with it. Not now. So, Titan. We'll have to go to the campaign, right? So... good progress, by the way, with the Titan. Star Soul. Oh, and what's up with the stars? I almost forgot. I need 32. So 32 more Titans. Is there a way to get it right now? I think I used up all my SSRs. Yeah, it's just I have the F Divine Herald tokens. So I use this up. I won't be able to do more Titans. Although, if I really wanted to, there are the order chests. Do I still have these chests? Not these, because unfortunately these are random and they don't drop Titans at all. They just drop the SR minuses. But there are higher level order chests that could drop Titans. Also the tower chests specifically. These are tower chests. But they don't drop Titans either. Anyway, it's not the point. We need to do 6 campaign missions. And by the way, for you it may be completely different than my experience. You see, it's too late. Because now you go back to Star Soul, fine. And you may conclude that you don't even have resources for the 2nd star, let alone the 5th or 6th. So reset. And we need to do 6 battles. Given that I did campaign battle here on this server maybe like 2-3 months ago, we'll need to change. Even the heroes, you see, I did a campaign battle before I got Korita. It was that much long ago. So we'll get this unit. Oh, and we'll need a place for a Titan. Also, like, when did I have Judicator in the main formation? It was a long time ago. Oh, actually it's Engine of Order and the Titan. And talking about Engine of Order, before I do the 6 battles, I go to Engine of Order and check how much I need. 30 tokens for the 6 starring. So given that this is a development video, I'm like, I have these tokens, I just saw them in the inventory. There you go. And I don't have to spend on this anymore. I mean, diamonds. So rank up. Amazing. Potential. Skill. This is an amazing quality of life feature. That I don't have to do this one by one. It took a huge amount of time to fill all these. It's so much easier, so thank you for that. So skills have been upgraded. I mean, it's unit damage reduction, but it's so small. Most important thing is the damage reduction, and yet, see, this is luck. It's little increments. Almost. We're really close. And now we got it. Okay. So we got a 6-star full engine of order. Let's go back to the campaign and do the mission. So 6 battles in total. Conquer. No sweep, just conquer. This reminds you that there is basically still a campaign existing. And you see, I have like 5 possible missions because I was neglecting these awakenings. Maybe I'll do a bit more of these missions in the future because this is one of the most important things in the game. I didn't even have spellcasting enabled, at least on this device. So 6 battles. You can complete 2 missions all at once if you add 3 more units for the other one. That's the 3rd one. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a challenge. It's just time consuming a bit. This took longer than expected. I mean, this time I might even do health increase so that my giant doesn't die. But I don't think I need this at all. So it just doesn't matter. Against these 10 million opponents, I mean... When their formation was saved, there was no engine of order, there was no... like, not even higher level Divine Herald units. It's just history. So the 5th one. And then there is a 6th one. And after the 6, that mission will be completed. So I can quick sweep the rest. Won't even select buffs, obviously. So that's done. After these 6. And we can now go back to the giant. Thunder Giant. And Star Soul Awaken, 4th star, all missions are complete. I need 50 tokens. I will need a lot more, so it doesn't matter. And 4 star souls. And then how many? 72. Now it's only 60. So the 60 is done. We can go to the 5th one and let's just see the missions. Exclusive weapon reaches 4 star. We left at 3 stars. And that's where we stopped. Sunday, you need Void Mithrils, obviously. Deploy the current unit with at least 4 tower and defeat 17 waves of Walking Dead. That's unfortunate when you have high competition in the crypt. Because you cannot afford this and you need to sacrifice a week to do so. I don't have high competition at the moment. So 17 waves in the crypt. 4 tower units. Giant is in the support right now. So now he's not in the support anymore. And we need 1 more tower. Maybe the Ragnar Archer. Yeah, of course this unit is in support because Gremlin doesn't damage that much. I haven't changed this formation for a while. Ranged went up to level 3, this is something that I wanted. Adjutant, I can do a lot better than Catherine for sure. Healing. I don't need healing. Unit damage, critical hit of friendly, offensive and charging units. This is useless. Damage reduction of friendly, offensive and charging units. Attack speed and critical hit of casters. Okay, now we're talking. We might have this as well. Let's see. What else? Air elemental attack, air elemental defense. When the leader is Korita, each time a friendly hero casts a spell increases elemental attack and defense of castle and tower units. Yeah, that's the problem. I see the synergy. It's just... it doesn't benefit caster units. There you go. Attack speed, unit damage reduction of friendly caster units by 20%. Well, better than nothing. Adjutant skill. Ranged units critical hit 6.9%. Okay, anyway, we don't need to hyper optimize this, we just need to get done with this. We need to survive 17 waves. Now, does it take 20 seconds to do this? We're already on wave 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Done, 18. So it took 15 seconds. And then the rest, I mean, we can just watch. Maybe I'll hit a new record, I don't know. Did I enable domains at all? Doesn't look like it. This looks like a new record to me already. Based on the proportional damage. So at 38 we were above 400,000 and at the beginning it starts slowly. Okay, it wasn't a new record. Anyway, it was really close though. And let's see, formation domain. Yeah, of course I forgot this domain. we'll rerun this just in case. By the way, there is an RNG element in this, so if you run this every single day until you succeed, sooner or later something good will happen. And people think that you did something strange. No, nothing at all. So at 45 seconds we'll see where we stand. 450k. This may be a new record just with the RNG plus the enabling of the Titan domain. And I still haven't chosen the second team. So it may be Inferno Fortress with Khalid or Strength with Harek. So Stronghold Cove. I have Inferno Fortress almost everywhere. I mean, it's a bit too much already. Anyway, we're second, distant second, and then in order to understand where the opponent lies, what I can do is get a calculator and just let's see, so calculator, fine, and just divide 11,129.7 divided by 12 because it's a Saturday. 927.4. Unfortunately, it's still not enough. We'll stay second and study what he did. Gelu is one thing, and the rest I don't understand. Maybe he was smart and he doesn't, he just managed to hide his team. That's also possible. But long story short, we now have a completed mission for the Thunder Giant for Star Soul. And we just need Void Mithril and currency for the rest. So that's what you need to do with your units and 6-star them and then inlay them in Commander's Champions. And even if they don't make it to the first team, they may make it to the backup formation or they make it for your second team, because usually you have 2 unions that you play if you have enough resources. If you don't, then you just play 1 union. And either way, you need to form a second team from your main union. And that's where these like Commander's Champions may end up eventually once godlike units come in. So this is how you do these awakenings: first awakening, second awakening. I hope this was interesting because usually it helps you rediscover some parts of the game. So assign enough time on these.